When you were a new mother who decided to take a break to take care of your little one, then you could not have even imagined that coming back to the workforce could be such a big challenge. During this period, you have not updated yourself with the industry trends, you have not built an updated resume, or you have not been in touch with your ex colleagues or bosses. One fine day, you realize that it has been some years that you have left your job and now is the time for you to come back. What you do is call your colleagues and ex bosses only to be ignored by them. In this training, I'm going to point out a few mistakes that I see wonderful mothers like you make, and I'm going to offer some solutions to it. Not only I'm going to tell you how to explain your career gap, but how to reclaim your career and also be successful in it. You see that your friends have risen in their career and increased their income. You now have to pick up pieces from where you left and also negotiate on the salary that you last drew when you were in a job. You feel way too behind from others in the race. These feelings kill your confidence. Here is how you can handle them. When you decide to go back to the workforce, then that is it. There is no need to feel guilty about leaving your baby behind. The solution for this is to own your career gap like a queen and be proud of it. Here is how you explain your career gap as a returning mother. I quit my job in 2019 to parent my newly born baby. It was an awesome feeling and I enjoyed every bit of it. I had pre-planned at that time to come back to the workforce by 2024. Now I'm more than ready. My kid is 5 years old and I have arranged for him or her to be looked after properly while I'm away. I also have great support from my family. Therefore, I'm 100% confident to be back at work. Firstly, in this sample, you have owned your career gap as a returning mother. You have shown the interviewer that you are confident about taking the career gap and you had already pre-planned that you would come back this year. This will showcase you as a candidate who is proactive and approaches a situation step by step. It is more important to assure the recruiter that there is someone to take care of the baby and that you have a supportive family. Topping up by saying that you are 100% confident to get back to work will minimize the chances of the recruiter asking you further questions in this regard. If you miss out any of these, then there are chances that the interviewer will keep on asking you about your gap, if you are ready to come back, and who would look after your baby, how will you manage your work-life balance, and all those stupid questions. However, it is not completely their fault. The interviewers ask these questions because they do not want someone to join their company and just quit because they couldn't manage their work-life balance. If you are serious about your career and need some help to write your resume with respect to the profile summary, skills, work experience, etc., then I share all of this in the Breakthrough Resume course. This is a recorded training that you can take at your preferred time and pace. I will leave a link of this course in the description box below for you to grab it now. Mistake 2. Not keeping yourself updated on the latest industry trends. Now I see new mothers making this mistake of not finding out what is happening in the job market while they are on a maternity break. While you're enjoying your time with your baby, keep an eye on what is going on in your industry. You can easily do this by following people from your industry on LinkedIn, reading their posts, and watching YouTube videos. Follow any news related to your ex-company by simply doing a Google search. It is easier to go back to your previous company at times. You can also set up Google alerts on companies that you're interested to join post your maternity break. Google alerts will send an email to your inbox every time there is a news about the company you are interested in. Let me show you how to do this. So you go to google.com/alerts. Let's say you want to create an alert about Wipro. Type Wipro in the search field. Before you click on Create an Alert button, please click on Show Options. Select your preferences for each of these choices given here and then click on Create an Alert. You will start receiving emails at your chosen frequency. Please go through these emails regularly during your maternity break. Here is how you explain what you did in your career gap if you're a returning mother. You smartly bring it up during your interview conversation. During my break, I kept myself updated with the industry trend. I have been reading the news. I'm aware that your company is revamping their workforce as you have acquired a new client. I have gone through the job description. My skills are completely in line with the role requirement. It shows them that you are interested in the role as you have gone through the job description and are also aware about the skills that are a match. Mistake number 3, not taking courses. I interviewed a woman once who came back after a gap of 9 years. Let's call her Anu. Forget about being in line with the role requirements. Anu did not even know how to work on a computer. She was struggling with typing, navigating between tabs and windows, and also was not aware about some basic shortcut keys. You have to understand that the hiring managers look for people who, when come to their teams, will decrease their workload and not increase it. They are not looking at people who they have to give intensive training. They look for people who would start bringing in results right away after they join. Needless to say that somebody who has not worked on a computer for a very long time would not be hired. Take courses on the skills that are currently trending in your industry. Also, meet up people who have been practicing that skill for a long time so that you get practical feedback about what is happening in your industry. Get relevant certifications if necessary. They really add value to your profile. Here is how you explain what you did in your career gap if you are a returning mother. You smartly bring it up in your interview conversation. During my break, I have completed XYZ courses. I have also done a few personal projects post that. After reading the job description, it is evident you're looking for someone skilled in the same. I will be able to handle complex situations based on the knowledge I gain from these courses and handle things practically as well since I have done few projects. Bringing up the point that you have been taking courses proactively will tell the recruiter that you have been upskilling yourself during your maternity break and will make you more hireable. A couple of things that you must do post your maternity break before you start applying to jobs is to update your resume on the latest template trending in the market. Also, update your LinkedIn profile and optimize it well. If you want to know more about how to create an optimized LinkedIn profile, write an enticing LinkedIn headline, get some profile banner ideas, then I have already made videos on that. I will link all the videos as a playlist and leave that in the description box below and also at the end of this training. Once you're done watching this video, go ahead and check that playlist. Mistake 4. Not keeping in touch with your ex-colleagues and bosses. Now, if you're reaching out to these people only at the time when you're looking for a job, then chances are that you will royally get ignored. It is also selfish on your part that you reach out to somebody only when you need something. Start with small steps. First, start messaging them and then calling them. Start with your ex-colleagues and then move on to your ex-bosses. Meet them up for coffee. Ask them how they are and what they have been up to first. Now, when they ask you back the same question, then say that you're ready to put yourself out in the market. Also say that you have taken relevant courses, kept yourself updated about the latest industry trends, and have also updated your resume and LinkedIn. You will see that without you even asking, they will ask you for your resume and also offer to refer you to their company. Getting to an interview through an employee referral is much less complex than applying jobs through job portals, as you cut down on the competition. Nurture and grow your network while you are on your maternity break. Here is how you explain what you did in your career gap if you are a returning mother. You smartly bring it up during your interview conversation. I have constantly been in touch with Rohit, who also happens to refer me to this job. I have gotten a first-hand download of what is happening in your project currently from him. Since you're crunched for time and have limited resources in your project, I can definitely add value by bringing in my expertise. When you proactively say that you have got a brief of the project, then it showcases you as a ready-to-be hired candidate. Of course, being referred by a fellow employee increases the credibility of your candidature. Mistake 5. Giving too much details. Once I interviewed a candidate and she killed me with unnecessary details. Let's call her Ruhi. I asked Ruhi what she did in her career break and she explained to me the number of infertility treatment that she had to go through in order to get her baby. Now, while this is true, as an interviewer, I was not really interested or this information was quite irrelevant to me. The interviewer doesn't need to literally know what you were doing. See ladies, you have to understand that the interviewer is not your friend. So refrain from giving unnecessary details, irrelevant information that they may not be interested in. Ruhi probably did this because she wanted to justify her career gap. It is therefore important you understand you don't have to justify anything to anybody. You own your career gap like a queen. Here is how you explain your career gap if you are a returning mother. I have taken various courses, got certifications relevant to this role, kept myself updated about industry trends, and networked with my ex-colleagues. This answer would make you more hireable, and this is the thing that the interviewer wants to hear. You do not have to tell your life story to the interviewer, but only how you can add value to the role. The next mistake is settling for a lesser salary. This happens due to guilt and haste. Keep patience to look for an employer who respects women taking a maternity break so that your life after you join this company would be pleasant. Be shameless and unapologetic by asking 30% increment in your last drawn CTC. Don't give in if the HR wants to guilt trip you by saying, "Oh, you have come back after a maternity break, you should settle for less salary." I have seen multiple women taking a hit on their salaries only to regret it later. If you do this, then you are going to hate yourself in the future. Here is how you negotiate a 30% salary hike if you are a returning mother after a career gap. I have contributed well in my previous role. I was awarded as the top performer of the quarter before I left for my break. I am ready to apply all the skills I learned in my previous job to this role. I have kept myself updated by taking courses, networking, and following industry trends. I am not a regular professional who comes in blindly to work after a career gap. I am positive that I will be able to add immense value to your team. By saying this confidently, you will erase any doubt that you are the perfect candidate for this role and you also deserve the 30% salary hike. There is also an opportunity for recruiters in our society to be a little sensitive to returning mothers after they come back from their career gaps. Instead of focusing on the career gaps and asking too many questions about it, recruiters should focus on the skills, expertise, and abilities for the returning mothers to perform the job, and they should be treated like anyone else who has applied. It is heart-wrenching when we see recruiters shaming mothers in interviews for their career gap. If you are serious about your career and are ready to kickstart the job search process, then grab the Breakthrough Resume course that is linked in the description box below. Again, it is a recorded training that you can take at your preferred time and pace. So far in this training, we have discussed 6 mistakes that returning mothers make after their career gap. We have also discussed their solutions and how they need to approach this during their job interviews. I understand that transforming your career could be long and frustrating, which is why I want you to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell because I have some awesome videos lined up for you. If you want to know more about LinkedIn profile optimization, then click on this playlist next. Thank you for watching this training and I will see you in this one. Bye-bye.